Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2026. Happy New Year.
Woo!
It's been a while. I've missed you, ladies.
Miss you too, but I'm not
missed
gonna
you
lie.
guys.
2025, I saw a lot of trauma, but I saw more of God's blessings.
Yes.
All I ask is in 2026 that it buys me tacos and tells me I look pretty.
You look
That's-
pretty, but I'll buy you tacos next week.
Okay. No, I'm
Those
just,
guys
I think that 23, 24, 25, I'll made a statement. 26 can just come in quietly and I'll be all right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
I have missed you guys though. I know it's been a hot minute since I was even on, and um, just know that when I'm not here, I'm still thinking about y'all because it's a lot of fun to be on this show.
We love having you, but
And we're a lot of fun to think about.
Of course. I mean, who wouldn't want to think about us, right?
exactly. Well, there has been a plethora of lots of stuff that have been happening since we've been off in 2 weeks. Like there's college football playoffs. The NFL now is going to start their playoffs. There's been a lot of jobs lost. Not many jobs won. A lot of kids that have entered in the
Not yet.
transfer portal. There's tons of things to talk about. Where would you ladies like to start?
Well, let's start
Let's
with the.
start with the firings.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we can start
Is
with
that
Black
okay with y'all?
Monday.
And then- yeah. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to be reading from an AI thing. So correct me because we all know AI ain't always right. But first of all, hats off to the Falcons. Thank you for overcoming our bad officiating on Saturday and getting us into the playoffs. Thank you. One of the few times in my life I will thank the 85 South rivalry, but thank you. But they did fire head coach Raheem Morris. He'd been with the team for 2 years.
Mhm.
There's been a lot of controversy in that 2 years too. The whole Kirk Cousins, Penix situation, then how they got Kirk to begin with, like just a whole bunch of other things. More
And they
surprising,
fired their GM too.
they
It
did.
wasn't the coach. It's both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they fired both. But I've always heard that it's really a good thing to fire them both and bring in a GM and a head coach at the same time so they can grow the direction of the team together.
I can see that.
Have y'all heard that?
I've heard
Oh,
that.
sorry, Candy.
I've often wondered why they do one and not the other, because I would think that you would want a unified front.
Well, and I was fine when we fired Matt Rule and kept Scott Federer. But then we also I do think Raheem Morris will find another coaching job pretty soon. Truly, I do.
Me too. Yeah.
Kind of surprisingly, I mean, and I'll say this about the Falcons. They have a way to self-implode mid-season. They love to give up 20+ point leads. Like, I don't know why, but they do.
They did say that Matt Ryan was going to be president, or they've created a president of football
Operations. Yeah.
operations, and Matt Ryan was the leading candidate, which he would know a lot about blowing lead. But
My understanding is Kirk Cousins, that's kind of on shaky ground if he's going to be there.
Well, I think they just said that they redid his contract. I thought I
Did
read
they? Okay. So they did
that
do it. I
says
know that was
something
kind of
about-
iffy.
that says something about like by March they're going to know something, or that I forget what it was. Let me see if I can quick find
March,
it.
it's like March 6th or 15th. I don't remember those numbers saying,
Okay.
but it was
Okay.
like we will hear an update on his situation by the third or
Gotcha.
fourth day of the new season, the new year.
Okay.
The Falcons and Kirk Cousins agreed to modify the final 2 years of the quarterback's contract, setting the stage for a decision on this Atlanta's future to be made by the third day of the 2026 NFL league year on March 13th.
Okay.
So there is
Okay.
now guaranteeing the amount of $67.9 million for the
It's just crazy.
2027 season.
That's just crazy.
as of March 13th.
Okay.
Right.
That's just absolutely crazy. But okay.
But I mean, and here's the thing: there for every single NFL team has a football president of football operations. Every single NFL team has that. So if the
Do they?
Falcons didn't have that
Wait. Do
before,
the Cowboys have one of those?
they should. It's probably Jerry Jones because
Okay. I was just checking. I'm like,
I'm
wait.
just saying Jerry
No,
Jones can give
Cowboys have a
himself the title
self-appointed
president of
god.
everything. I will say this: I give Jerry Jones credit for giving football players, either known or not known football players, a chance at redemption or even a first chance. I don't remember who it was, but there's a story that I heard about that like there's one wannabe NFL athlete player who literally like was going to like the mini camps and just trying to get the coaches to look at him and like doing the stuff outside what the coaches were
Mhm.
saying to do, like outside the fence until finally they said, come on in and try. But like they
Wow.
made him sign waivers and he did make it. I can't remember who it was, but I remember that
Shit.
story. So I mean, I give Jerry Jones credit for that. And I will say I think that Jerry Jones is also the one who turned baseball from America's sport to football to being America's sport with the catchphrase the Cowboys are America's team, which they aren't, but you know, because everybody knows it's the Chiefs.
Correct.
Actually, it really should be the Packers, and I'm not just saying that, Candy, because you're here. But Lambeau Field has the best history out of any field out there.
That's why
So-
you're going to find that it's going to be the last outdoor stadium of all the
Yeah.
football stadiums.
It probably
yeah.
will be. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, no, because Buffalo.
I don't know. I don't know
No.
that the Bank
I
of
think they
America.
have. I think they
No.
have a way to close their stadium now.
I don't think so. If I am correct, that was one of the things that their fans did not want. So I think
Who?
for Buffalo, I don't think theirs is going to have a closure on it. So I think it's still going to be Buffalo, Chicago, and the Packers.
Chicago is going to be indoor.
You're forgetting the Panthers.
Chicago is
The
going to be
Panthers
indoor.
are an outdoor
The only
stadium.
NFC
Oh, that's right,
team-
because they're getting a new. That's right. That's right. Okay. So I think it's just
And,
going to be Buffalo, and I think eventually it's just going to be Buffalo and the Packers.
They're
Say
saying
Levi Stadium is also open.
Here's the thing, like during the pandemic and right after the pandemic, David Tepper came out and said he's like, I'm really glad we have an outdoor stadium. So if he adds a retractable roof, because Bank of America Stadium, it was built to add a retractable roof at such a desirable time, they can add it. Or I still have a theory on if we build a new stadium where it's going to go, but they'll still say that Bank of America Stadium is the best outdoor built the best out of any outdoor stadium. But oh, it's okay. You can think that thought process. It's okay. It's okay. Because we're best at underdogs. We're good. I ain't mad.
Mm-mm. Okay, wait.
And we're
So I
already
have
a
a
season ahead of
question.
where we should be.
So what do
Uh-huh.
you guys think about Cleveland's coach getting fired?
Oh yeah, that was where I was going next.
Oh,
That's
okay.
surprising because he's been kind of set up to fail, in my humble opinion. He's been hamstrung by the owner and the GM. Like, they're the ones who signed Deshaun Watson. Stefanski didn't want him. Like,
Right.
and I'm sorry, like, and so Megan, Carey, and I defended Deshaun Watson. Like, there was nobody's business for the longest time until his attorney came out and pretty much admitted that Deshaun did it. As soon as his attorney did that, we all had mud on our faces. So we've decided to always keep our opinions to ourselves going forward with that stuff.
Okay.
Because just everything around that was so circumstantial and so suspect.
Right.
But no,
Right.
I still believe that the Texans
Kevin's been the
threw
fall
him under
guy.
the bus. I still believe that Texans
I
threw
do
him
too,
under the
100%.
bus.
They were paying these girls. They really were.
Yeah.
And that's why some of the ladies sued the Texans, because the checks were coming from the Texans. Now, they also obviously sued Deshaun, rightfully so. But yeah. Well, I'm really torn on Pete Carroll getting fired too. because
not
he was only given
surprised.
one season.
I'm not surprised.
Mark Davis needs to stay with the Aces and let someone else run the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't have moved
Absolutely.
him.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. NWA made the Raiders popular. I'm sorry. They did.
I don't know that any of them surprise me anymore because all of these NFL owners are in a win now mode. They want to see results. They want to see results quickly.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so I mean, think about how much money they're investing into these teams. You know, they want to see results on the field.
I'm surprised that the Bengals did not move on. It just dawned on
Yeah.
me, and
I was
I'm going to say
surprised
something
by
really lighthearted. I joined the coach this coaching carousel thing because I too lost my job officially on Monday. I've known for 2 months, so but I was
heard
part of
there's a
Black
job in
Friday or
Cleveland
Black
open.
Monday. Woohoo!
There's a head coaching position open in Cleveland.
Yeah,
No,
there's a
thank you.
couple of them. There's
Am I
the
losing y'all?
Giants. The Giants need one too.
Yes.
That's
Atlanta.
true.
Come on,
And
you could be in
but
Atlanta
I
and
will
be
the
between
two
us.
that well, the one that startled me the most was also Callahan being fired. Because like Carroll and Callahan only had one season each with their respective teams. And that's not enough time. Like that's really not. And didn't the Raiders, what was the Raiders schedule? Or how many games did they win this year?
Like 2 or 3.
Well, they
So
won
didn't they
one.
double it from last year?
They won one this weekend.
3-14 they were.
Okay, see, I said 2 or 3. Yeah.
So they tripled it from last year because last year they only owned 1-1. Right?
Okay. Something.
So
Let's
Pete
see.
Carroll did his job. He
But
tripled it.
they're
Hey,
saying that
They said that Geno Smith unfollowed the Raiders, and I was really shocked that the Raiders had followers. So,
Vegas
sorry.
struggled on both sides of the ball. The offense averaged a league worst 14.2 points per game, while the defense was 25th in points allowed at 25.4.
I will be intrigued to see if Max Crosby stays.
Well, it's also rumored that the reason why Harbaugh was fired is because he refused to get rid of his DC.
Yeah, Monk. He was not willing to go on or
Yeah.
move on from Monk.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, okay, the offense has to put, points on the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
That's their
the
job.
defense does shut up, Candy.
I mean, like you already say, the defense has to
But
keep them from
dynasties are built
getting
on
on the
defense.
board. They got to keep them from getting
Yeah.
on the board. So yes.
Exactly. And the dynasties are built on D. So where are you going to go from there? And then we were having this conversation earlier, like, and this is going to be a very, very volatile conversation. So I'm sorry. I'm going to provoke a lot of people. Lamar Jackson has the talent. He hasn't had the coaches, in my humble opinion. And
He is not.
it's been a
He is
his
not
career,
set up
kind of
for
like Matt
Harbaugh.
Ryan.
He was not. That was not a good fit for him. Now, someone said that they
No.
thought that I was reading, and someone said, "Isn't he rumored to be going to Miami?" That actually would be a place that I think if Mike McDaniel stays there, then he would be a good fit because they're built for speed, they're built for running, that's Mike's game plan down there. So I think that would be ultimately a good fit. I don't think he was ever a right fit for Ravens.
So Tua really irritated me earlier on in the season because he's got that "oh whoa, poor pitiful me" victim act mentality when he decided not to retire when he should have for the safety of his mental health. Quite literally, like.
But you know what?
So when he gets on there and
it's
he's
hard to
just
let
blaming
go.
everybody
It's
else,
hard to
like,
let go. It's hard to
I
let
do.
go.
And I understand that. It truly is hard to let go of a dream and a passion you have. I understand that. But the dream and the passion versus the reality of the situation where you are literally endangering your life.
Right.
You
But
know,
it is hard to let go. I mean,
Mhm.
that's the one thing. And even though Brady had such a long career, it was like it was hard for him to let go. And then when he came back, because it's hard for
And
them
it
to
cost
let
him his
go of it.
marriage.
Yeah, because
Well,
it's hard for them to let go.
look at
Yeah.
Brett Favre, look at Aaron Rodgers. I mean, for years when they were with Green Bay, it was, are they coming back or are they not coming back? And for
Right.
years we were like, okay, we're sitting on the fence waiting for you to make a decision, but you've got to make a decision so that we can, if you're going to retire or move on,
Then
that
we
move
got to
on
replace you.
ourselves. So it is
Well,
very hard.
that's true. And then I
And no,
think
it's
that, like you said
absolutely hard.
something, that the idea of somebody else is going to take my spot, I think they have a hard time dealing with that and saying, like for me, Aaron Rodgers, like he should have retired 2 years ago. And that's just my opinion, right? For his health,
Yeah.
his mental health, everything. He should have retired like 2 years ago, but he still like does not want to give it up. I mean, that there are so many young quarterbacks that spot would be great for. He's made his money, he's a legend. Like, let somebody else move on. But yeah, and he'll probably be trying to come back next year.
But think of it from this standpoint of view. If you really truly loved your job,
Oh yeah,
would you want to give it up after 20 years or whatever because other people
right,
think you should? Or do you want to go out on your own terms? And let's face it, he knows he's only got, if he comes back, and that's a big if because I have no idea. He knows his body's only going to have a year or two left. You
right.
know, I mean, it's hard when you're doing something you love so much and have for over 20 years to like
Yeah.
say,
Right.
you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it anymore. And I'm not going to. And we've talked to other NFL players
Yeah.
who miss the locker room. That's what they really miss. They don't necessarily
Yeah.
miss the game. They miss the camaraderie of
Correct.
and that's where it's hard, I think, for them. And I
Correct.
can see that.
Yeah, I believe it. It's hard. You're letting go of your childhood dream. You have a job that there is a small community, like it's a small village that will ever get to where you are, that will ever get in the draft, that
Right.
will ever play on the field. So it is a very small community. It's a very small clique. And to be a part of that is huge. So yes, letting go. Yes, I do believe, but it's just hard for him. But now, as you all were talking about Lamar, I'm a person who always says Lamar is athletic, but his QB IQ is not there even after all these years. But he's very athletic. So if you need him to go and run and do, he's perfect for that. But he needs a coach. For the last 5 years, he's needed a coach. He needs a coach who will get that quarterback IQ up. If he could get that up, he would be unstoppable.
Right. And he's the only one stopping that because it's just taking time to study.
But he
Like I
also doesn't,
remember,
he is not one that wants to let go of the reins either because he is his own negotiator. I mean, he is his own.
Correct.
no, his
Correct.
So,
mom is his negotiator. And I love that personally. I really do.
well,
Oh,
yes
I
and
love
no,
that. I love
but there's,
that.
Look at that look.
but there's
Look at
no
the mom
buffer
looking at me
between
from
the
Gary.
organization and the player. There's zero
Right.
buffer.
But I think what we were talking about in our chat earlier, Carrie, where and I'm gonna like bring this back to the Panthers because it's me and I'm feeling myself this week, so why not? But and I'll say Aaron Rodgers did this too. But your quarterbacks that have the success, that have the players that want to go with them, that will run up to them on the field and hug them,
Hmm.
like Aaron Rodgers, like Cam Newton had,
Right.
like Patrick Mahomes has. You know, like, I mean, I haven't. I'm in Charlotte. I don't get a lot of Green Bay games. I'm sorry, Candy, but I'm sure like Jordan Love has this with some of the former players too, because
Right.
he's that dude. You have to build that camaraderie. I'll
Right.
say this: when we were playing the Ravens, and we had Matt Toole still. I mean, Matt Rule. Sorry, I would apologize sincerely, but I'm really not sorry because he's a tool. But he when we were playing the Ravens in Baltimore, Matt was still our head coach. Baker was starting quarterback that game, and because Matt Rule was doing the quarterback carousel with Panthers, and I saw Taylor Moton, who never ever lets anybody get hit on the right side. Quarterback does not get sacked. Very rarely will one of our quarterbacks get sacked on the right side. Okay, usually it's the blind side. Anyhow, I saw Baker get sacked 3 times during that game on the right side. And I looked it out and I asked my dad, I was like, what did he do to provoke Taylor? Because I know the Ravens defense was not that good. But when you don't have it, you're going to land on your ass. Oops. Like you do with Tua. Then we see what's going on with Tua down in Miami with how he's talking. Joe came very close to talking and probably getting very hurt. Joe is probably part of the reason why Stefanski was let go. And then he, that's just my humble opinion. But when you have your Jordan Loves, your Patrick Mahomes, your Cam Newtons, your folks like that who actually have a relationship with the players, who cares who eats lunch with who? It's the relationship. It's the cookouts that Thomas Davis has at his house. It's the cookouts that Travis Kelce has and the pre-wedding invites, for Travis and Taylor. It's that stuff. It's your
It's the
best friend.
genuine concern about the person that you're throwing to, not that they have talent, but the genuine connection. And I had this conversation. I mean, I shared this. I said, Lamar does not apparently has a trouble fostering relationships because the way he presents himself, the way he answers questions, things like that. He's a very intelligent, very athletic person. So he's a very gifted person in that, right? People with those types of gifts that are very gifted often have an area that they lack.
It's social skills.
Yeah, usually it shows up through social skills if you're extremely gifted or things like that. So they have the problem with building the interpersonal stuff because it is not, if they've got the gift, they don't necessarily need others to help them build it, which is fine. But it shows up when you have continual missed passes, drop passes, fumbles, things like this. Yes, it is a game. Yes, they should connect it. But you look at the great duos out there, Kelsey and Mahomes. Kelsey and Mahomes have their own language, nods, whatever, and they can go and they're there for each other. We saw it with Montana and Rice. We saw it with Brady and Gronk. I mean, there's tons of them out there that have that. And you have that one person that you can do your little quick nod or whatever, and that person's going to go there and they're going to do it for you because they understand who you are and what you bring. And you have that relationship. When you don't have it, you don't have anyone you can rely on to be there for you. And someone was trying to tell me that relationships are not important between the players.
No, it's very important.
And I'm like, but then he turned around and said, well, it said the same thing. And I'm like, quit twisting your words and just agree with me, because you are without saying it, that the relationship has to be there for there to be success.
So, and I just saw this, just so you know, back on the coaching thing, the Cardinals, the Titans, the Raiders, Falcons, and the Giants are all interviewing Vance Joseph. So, and Harbaugh's already interviewing at 3
I'm sorry, the Chiefs are sending Nagy to Titans, and I don't care who they interview. We're just sending them Nagy. So
yeah, I don't know, because the Titans are also interviewing.
No, I've already told them on
Jason Garrett.
No, we're sending Nagy there. We're filling it for them. It's okay. It's okay. We got him. We got that covered for them.
Right.
Okay, wait, ladies. So I have a question, because here's my thing. I think that Super Bowl is going to be the Rams and the Patriots. I think that's right. Yeah, the Rams and the Patriots. Who do you all think?
I don't think so.
I think it'll be Seahawks, and I'm actually thinking that I'm between. I'm thinking that the Texans defense is going to play havoc if their offense can score.
Didn't the Texans and the Patriots play already this year?
I don't know.
Did they play this year? Let's see.
I don't know.
Let me check.
I'm looking online too.
The Texans won. Oh no, that was last year. Nope, that was last year.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
think they
last year.
played.
They didn't play this year. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'll agree with you on the Patriots because Alton and I, no offense to Bryce, and you ladies have all heard me say this. Drake May is him. Like Drake May is that dude. Truly, he is. We've watched him since high school. He was like, dude is remarkable, like unfathomable. We've seen it this year. There has never been an NFL team that has had the season that the Patriots have had with Drake May at the helm. To come in with that much poise, and I can post some of the interviews I had with him from ACC kickoff if you guys went on our page again. But we like just the poise he has. His entire family is like UNC Chapel Hill royalty. The fact that Bill Belichick has banned anyone from the Patriots organization back on UNC's campus is BS. Because Drake May is he. So, and Drake May still has friends there, and his entire family went to UNC. So be careful in his entire family's and the professional athletic one way, shape, or form, or were, except his parents are retired, obviously. I can see the Patriots going to the Super Bowl. The Rams don't have it. Their defense is lackluster. They really are injured. They're hoping Devontae comes back this weekend. Yeah, I'm okay if he doesn't. No offense. But it's okay because one player will not make the game.
Okay, Candy, what you think?
I don't know. This one's tough because I think that we've seen this year any given team can beat any given team.
Oh gosh,
More
yes.
so than any other year, I think. Like, who would have guessed Denver would have done as good? Seattle is doing as good as they
No,
are.
the Bears.
The Bears have had a turnaround. I think the Bears are going to have a tough time against the Packers this weekend.
Oh, that is the game that I really want to watch. Is the Packers and the Bears like that? All the games I want to watch this weekend, that's the one. I think that is going to be a really, really good game.
I just hope we get as many players back that we rested, that they're good and not injury. That's the only thing. But because that at this time of year is what's really going to make or break any of these teams. I think injuries will play the key in who gets to the Super Bowl. The least injured team, I think.
So
I'm
it
really
says a
torn. I'd
lot for
rather see
me
the
because
Packers
I'm
win.
not. So I'm not a big I'm not a Patriots fan at all, but I do think they have the better chance of going. Of course, my other team beside the Chiefs is always like the Commanders and the Bears. So I'm loving that the Bears have done what they have done this year. It would be awesome if they went to the Super Bowl. I just don't think they have the strength. They don't have the line to get them there. But
Not this
with
year.
not this year, not with all the other competition that is right there.
Right.
And I think the Bears and the Packers this weekend is gonna go down to the last minute. I think
I'll
it's
agree
gonna
with
go.
that.
I think it's so that is definitely Saturday or Thursday.
Oh no.
Oh no, where did she go?
Someone is playing havoc with her. So you like her
Stop
statement.
hiding.
Oops, we lost her. I'm sure she'll be back.
Absolutely.
Ladies, it's 8:00. We haven't even talked about CFP at all. College football playoffs.
Go. Who's yours? Oh wait.
That's okay. You can say that. That's fine.
That's who
Can you hear me?
I picked them up before they like at the end of the season. I got to see an interview with them, and they got me. They got me hooked.
Ladies,
Hey, Don.
sorry, it just dropped. But yeah, so What I missed?
I think it's the wind we have going on here right now, honestly, Dawn, because mine's been a
Okay.
little weird tonight.
Okay. Oh yeah, because me being in North Carolina now.
Exactly. We
30 minutes
transitioned
away.
because it's 30 minutes in already that we transitioning to just the college football playoffs. We're down
Okay.
to 4 teams: Miami versus Ole Miss and Oregon versus Indiana.
It'd be Miami, Indiana is my
I was just
prediction.
about to
Go
say.
Hoosiers.
Yep. I
That's
definitely
what I
think it's
want
going
to
to be
see.
Indiana.
I think that'll be really interesting because they do then play down here on Miami's home turf for the final game. So that'll be interesting. I'm hoping Miami can do it. I
Man,
think
if you have not heard Mendoza interviewed or know that story with his mom, look it up. It's worth it. You
Okay.
want someone that makes you feel great things about our future as far as the NFL, just the future of our country.
Mhm.
He's a representative of what's going right out there.
Gotcha. I'll have to take a look at it.
That's he's the one that made me pick up on them. And then I got to listen to Signetti be interviewed, and that was between the two of those. I'm like, yeah, that's a wholesome place to put my vote.
I get you. And
So I'm going to say this. I'm excited about the playoffs, not just because we're finally back in it, because truly the Panthers are a season ahead of where they should be. And y'all know I really don't totally fangirl out on this show a lot, but I am tonight because dang it, the Panther fans deserve this. The players deserve this. The owner, but he's had an attitude, but he's gotten better. Dan and Dave have worked magic with him. But Candy, I really want to see the Packers win. I'm sorry, Don, but I just love DJ Moore over there in Chicago right now. So I want to see
Trust me,
DJ do well.
I love me some Jordan Love now. Don't get it twisted.
I know you do. We
did
talked.
you
I know you don't get offended by that.
hear the
But
news
and
that
you
they're
know,
expecting?
That what?
huh?
Jordan Love and his wife are
Yes, they
expecting
are
him.
expecting. I'm
Aw.
jealous.
Yes, there
Yeah.
was a baby love post that was adorable.
It was.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, did y'all see that
I'm a
video?
Jordan Love fan. So I liked him before he came to the Packers. So yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Some
Well,
of these
ladies,
players, of course, you watch them beforehand and then they go to other teams. So you're like, oh, yeah. But you still like them because, you watched them in college.
Hey,
exactly.
Yeah.
the thing is I've become a fan of the players as opposed to I'm a fan, a solid fan, lifelong fan of the Chiefs, but I'm a fan of many players.
Mhm.
Right.
Miles
Correct.
Garrett with his milestone this last weekend. Those things like that are awesome.
Yes.
So, ladies, it is 8:05. I know Candy has a happy story for us to end on. And I don't think it's the Panthers are finally in the playoffs, but that's my happy story.
Nope. Nope. It is football related, but it is not.
Okay.
The most improbable champions from 2000 to 2021, UW River Falls had 21 straight losing seasons. They
Oh,
hadn't
God.
made the playoffs
Oh,
since 1996. Their coach has coached 15 years. 1 year, this team never won a game. This past weekend, they actually won national championships of D3. And I mean, what a turnaround considering they haven't made the
Wow.
playoffs since 1996, but then to win it
Wow.
all. So kudos
Wow.
to UW River Falls.
We
That
need
is
to
kudos.
watch them. They might end up being a D2 school.
You never know.
You never know. Hey, it's happened. We've seen several of them do that. They go from D3 to D2.
That's true.
Exactly. I just thought that was a really cool story.
That is a
considering,
cool story.
That they
That is
hadn't
a cool story.
or gone to the playoffs since 96. I'm like, that's forever, but that's cool.
Yes.
And I'm going to say one last thing before we close shop, if that's okay.
Yeah.
David Tepper, whoever from the Panthers organization is watching, because we all know y'all watch some of us on occasion. I'm going to echo what every Panther fan says. Get Cameron Jarrell Newton to pound that drum. You want to win this weekend? You want the stadium behind you? You do that and you show his face on the big screen getting amped up. You do that. I'm telling you, that man will electrify the stadium and the stadium will electrify the team. And keep up the keep pounding. Okay.
With that, everybody, we hope you enjoy all of the playoffs, college football, NFL, all of it. Enjoy, and we'll see you back next week. Same time, same channel. Don't miss us.